doing? Yes, it's your boy Daki. Name is spelled Darki and your is double E. Quick one. Hope you guys are doing fine. Today's Monday. What are your plans for the day? At the point I recall telling you guys the fact for some persons Monday is that day that they have plans here. So the thing is, the goal for the week is set on Monday. Is tied to Monday. So in such a way that if Monday doesn't go as planned, the week it's maybe not going to go as planned because they tie every other day to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday has all been tied to Monday. But the good news is the fact that Monday is just another day like Tuesday, just another day like Friday or Thursday or Wednesday. So there's nothing special about Monday. It's just the fact that it is the first business day. You get Sunday is the first day of the week, but then Monday is the first business day. So as a matter of fact, if maybe things doesn't go as planned as you planned for Monday, you have Tuesday to make plans. You have Wednesday to start again. You have Thursday to start all over again. So from me to you, Monday, you need to strive out to make sure that Monday works. But if peradventure if it doesn't work, you have Tuesday to make it work. You have Wednesday to make it work. You also have a Friday to make it work. So regardless, we win every day. Anyways, guys, welcome to Go to Life News, where I bring you updates concerning music and across the country. Over the weekend, we got a lot of basketballs. Everybody were collecting. The big goals, the three guys all were on the receiving end when it comes to fans and backlash on that one. So we'll begin the whole violence with Davido. We saw Davido on a podcast, arguably the biggest podcast in the world, where they had like a big setting and a lot of drinks in front and a lot of things to eat and drink while they converse about music. We saw where Davido recalled at the point where he was at rehab and he mentioned the fact that he witnessed the moment P Square won the call and then a certain young Wizkid who was just had just one single at the time and just coming up and when they walked into rehab and he said he saw the old girl screaming and shouting their names. And David said that moment he knew that he wanted that and he had all it takes to be that person. And that was what made him actually go fully into music. We saw where he came out to, while conversing, he actually saw TG came out and I was like, wow, that's one of the biggest directors in Nigeria and all of that. Davido always give credit to all credits is due. Like he doesn't withhold all of that. He gave his flowers and we saw TG in his whole euphoria, and then TG came out having a handshake with these guys. Amazing one for Davido to see him and TG having the bromance on stage on that one. Moving on, we saw where they had more like a this or that question, and Davido was asked which kid or Burna Boy, and he has to choose one, and Davido said, "I'm going to pass." And then if you pass on the question, you're going to take a shot. And then he said, he was going to take a shot because he was not going to answer that question. As a matter of fact, we saw last week where he spoke about this conversation about new cards, and that matter has not died down. So for David, he really doesn't want to go into that conversation again. Instead, he preferred to take a shot on that one. Moving on, we saw Davido actually come out to make a declaration where he said he is building an apartment, a mansion at Eco Atlantic for him and his wife Trauma, saying at the point we called that we told you guys that his apartment in Banana Island has been kept up for lease, and obviously he no longer stays there. And then he's saying he's making plans, building a mansion in Eco Atlantic just for him and Trauma. After the old trauma and all of that, they deserve a new space. Moving on, we saw for Davido back to his chart on music. We saw unavailable currently chart on the UK official singles chart at 78. It has now spent 8 weeks on the chart since release. At the moment, Unavailable have sold about 100,000 units in US, massive one to Davido. We saw Davido coming out to reassure his fans saying, if Unavailable hits 40 million views, he's going to drop the visuals for Feel. So obviously, what it means is if you guys want to see Feel, you guys should go stream Unavailable on YouTube to get 40 million views. If you get 40 million views, trust me, he's saying he's going to give you guys the visual for feels. Davido always come through whenever he says anything. We saw where somebody said Davido dropped a Madass album and pretend like he did nothing. Davido said, no, that's not true. He said, I did not pretend. I know what I did. And then he said, I know say I do something. So he's saying he's not pretending, he knows he did something on that project. We saw yesterday, over the weekend, so Burna Boy not coming for a show that he was slated to perform after selling out tickets. And then one of the fans called Wink that he can't really tag and make this tag, and then he actually deleted it, and then he's saying he's also mentioned the fact that he really Davido is saying stand your ground and make sure you defend what you're doing. So don't make it look like say with your full chest. If you think I if you know your should of a statement, say with your full chest. And the guy said, tag his mom in a grave too, and then they call him fool. And Davido is saying, so sad what stanship has turned to, both within and external. My mama we don't die over 20 years ago, what is our own in this matter? Like the guy, that woman has like she's gone like for as long as we know. So while bringing her back into this conversation, David is saying, see what stanship has caused, see what stanship has turned to. It's now it has gone to his family, it has gone to his child, it has gone to his father, now to his late mom. Davido is saying it is so sad. Now, I saw somebody saying, Davido, don't reply all these folks because most of them never chop. And David is saying, if nobody won't talk, I will talk. You guys will not, you guys will hurt the wrong person one day. Not everybody is strong. I can take it for years like I've done. Me, no sense, but one day these people will hurt the wrong person. And then he's saying, so after the conversation of you wanting to die because of a Burna Boy thingy, like Burna Boy is Burna Boy. You should stay within the confinement of Burna Boy. Why bring a Burna Boy to a Davido and as going as far as wishing Davido's death because of somebody's error, all of that. Davido saying stanship has become so sad in the country. Moving on, we saw someone actually bringing out an old tweet where Davido actually came out in 2013, where Davido said RIP to his mom. And there's a Mommy Remembers concert is tonight. Mehdi, Burna Boy, Semishi, and yours truly, Davido will all be there to perform and all of that. And Burna Boy attended the stuff and everything. This person is saying, Burna Boy attended your mom remembrance concert in 2013. Fast forward 2023, he is now the biggest African artist. His own mom is still very much alive and LD, but you are disrespecting him. Are you really a hater because of his success or because his mom is alive? So all of this is because go as far as last week where Davido came out to say Burna Boy is a new cat. Apparently, some of Burna Boy fans have not forgiven Davido for that statement. So they are coming back with Davido so hard on this one. Davido is saying, now wow, this you, like, is this supposed to go this far? And then the person is saying, playing the victim card when you literally said you instructed your fans to F up another person's IG. When you did that, you did not think the person is, and then he said, show more. He said, when you there, you didn't think this person is as human as you are. You think the said person mental health won't be affected either. You are a vile creature and a serial cloud chasing demon. All these sympathy tags and false humility won't save that album. You have literally appeared in more podcasts than charts. Just pack it up already. So this person is going all out saying, Davido is chasing clout and is playing the emotional card game just so the fans can feel emotions towards him and say, hey, yeah, Davido and all of that. And Davido is saying, must it really get to all of this point? And moving on, we saw Winko coming out again to say that, David, I really did not wish you death. He said, I did not wish you death. Maybe you should call your songwriters to read and comprehend the tweet for you. You watch the video, bar, that crowd be like waiting you fit pull. Like still going out again saying, I really did not wish you dead, but then did you watch that video? If you did, can you pull that crowd? All of those made people talking about Twitter saying, so a person somebody came out to say it really shouldn't get to this point. A person was like, Davido brought this upon himself. Moving on, we saw someone saying, God forbid me seeing Wizkid reply to trolls tweets. Life don't pass all these ones. Davido replied saying, him mama still dey, so he still has a mom, so he might not reply to all of those conversation. Anyways, they don't went on to speak about yesterday, which being Father's Day, saying difficult Father's Day for me, but I thank God for strength. And then went on to say some days will be like this, water for my eyes, but I'll be all right forever. One of the lines of his song. Moving on, we saw Davido's baby mama Larissa London actually kept coming out to wish Davido Happy Father's Day on Instagram story. I saw Paulo, one of Davido's associates, coming out to say, David is good. David is good to find this guy. What is this? I am putting 5 million naira to find this guy location just to explain this tweet. So Paulo is saying, if you know where Winko is, please put it up. I'll give you 5 million naira. I want him to just explain the tweet. So that's all. Just a conversation where Winko tells me what he meant by that particular tweet. And then Winko came out again to say, Paulo is funny. You dey put 5 million for my head, laugh MA out. Said bowed-headed, toothless man using Igbo sense to deceive people for public validation. If you really want to find me, you can easily do that without making a noise on social media. And when you do that, I promise you, nothing will happen. So he's saying, Polo, you really cannot do anything to me. Davido just came out to say, you know what, after the back and forth, he said, I did go rehearse for tour. I leave you all to God. After this conversation, Davido went so back and delete everything he have said about the back and forth, deleted everything. And obviously, it seems like he has made peace with himself. Moving on, we saw for today, Davido is set to perform alongside Miguel, Kirk Franklin, SWV, and many more as they take the stage for the special CNN concert, Watch June 10th, a global celebration of freedom, for Monday, 7 p.m. on CNN. So Davido is set to go for performance this evening, and then he's saying, because of this performance, I leave you all to God. I am going back for rehearsals. Davido, fanship, and Burna Boy. Should he get to this point? Anyway, if you are fan out there, let me see your comments in the comment section, and let me see what you think about fans and dissing other artists. Anyway, moving on, we have Burna Boy as the next guy of the news. So Burna Boy new song called "Sitting on Top of the World" on the UK charts, being number 2 on the UK Afrobeat charts and 16 on the UK hip hop and R&B charts. New peak, massive one to Burna Boy on that one. Burna Boy on Netherlands yesterday had about 6 songs charting, inclusive of Last Last as 52, For My Hand 84, Sitting on Top of the World 89, On the Low 101, 138 with Location, and It's Plenty as a re-entry as number 184. It became Burna Boy chart 6 songs simultaneously on the charts, becoming the first African artist to achieve this in Netherlands. Big one to Burna Boy on that one. As we speak, as of today, Burna Boy Soke has passed 17 million streams on Spotify. Burna Boy More Life has surpassed 18 million streams on Spotify. Burna Boy Vanilla have surpassed 20 million streams on Spotify. Burna Boy Primi surpassed 20 million, and also Burna Boy Ye have surpassed 180 million streams on Spotify. Yesterday ought to be an amazing day. Burna Boy was supposed to perform in the Netherlands after announcing that he was going to be there, but then due to a reason or the other, he couldn't be there. And one, it sold out show. It was a show that was sold out, fully packed. And then we saw fans coming out in the numbers to wanting to see Burna Boy attend the show, but then Burna Boy did not show up after keeping fans waiting for over 5 hours, and then he postponed the show. And people are like, what really is the problem? Burna Boy came out to say, Netherlands, I'm so excited to be here, and I was so excited to see you all tonight. I'm constantly humbled and in awe of the love and support I get from you all. Thank you for coming and waiting just to see us. I will forever appreciate that. I am hurt that I couldn't see you tonight, even though I really wanted to. We want to make sure you get the best Love Damini experience. Okay, we want to make sure you get the best Love Damini experience possible, and that won't have happened today for a number of reasons. My amazing team have been trying hard at work to salvage it, but we couldn't do it in time. I'll be announcing a new date in a few hours, but watch out for it. And then he spoke the language saying whatever it is, but then an amazing one. This day he came out to say a lot of stuff happened, but then they could not salvage what happened at the time. Hence, he's going to be postponing the show and giving them a new date in few hours. We saw after like few hours, Burna Boy came out again to say, again, my deepest apologies for all the inconveniences caused last night. I know people came from far and wide, made trips around the show and expected to get one. I understand and recognize the sacrifices that people made to turn up, people with schedules, jobs, and families. I'm heartbroken. New date, 23rd of July, 2023. The venue still remains the Gelderland Dome Stadium in Netherlands. So he's saying all ticket holders have an opportunity to register for different level of free transportation to the venue on show day. Registration link and detailed ticketing procedures will be sent via email by the venue promoters. Bone Entertainment this week. Please note, GMT Live at the cost of the damage and will no longer be affiliated with any event or any other Burna Boy event going forward. Everyone knows me and know that I live to perform, and this was far beyond my control. I will understand if not, but hopefully I get a chance to see you all again next month. So he's saying, hopefully he get a chance to see them again. But then he said something that was very, very in between. He said, I will understand if not, but hopefully I get a chance to see you all again next month. So is Burna Boy again planning to postpone the show next month again? Regardless. But then you have explained to say the show promoter actually makes the mess, and he is saying for that show promoter, he is no longer working with the guy anymore. But then the show has been postponed to 23rd of July 2023. Moving on, we have Wizkid as the next guy on the news. We saw Wizkid announcing that he'll be dropping the new music very, very soon. Now, fans are waiting to see what Wizkid will drop on this one. Moving on, we saw Wizkid More Love Let's Go tour. This is no more news again. I believe that on 29th of July, Wizkid is set to storm the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium alongside Cavemen and to have magical experiences together. And we saw the Cavemen saying, huge one for the KV people, grateful to support Wizkid in Tottenham. Let's go. And then we saw Wizkid becoming the first African artist to cross 300 million total streams on Pandora. Recall that Pandora is only available in the USA. We saw Wizkid Ginger with Burna Boy being certified silver in the UK for the sales of over 200,000 units. And then it is Wizkid's 10th certified song in that region. Moving on, we saw Wizkid's album called the MIL album, certified gold in the UK, at the same time gold in the US after making about 500,000 units sold in the US. Chris Brown song with Wizkid, Come Every Day, have surpassed 80 million streams on Spotify. And yesterday being Father's Day, Jadapi came out to say, for Wizkid Ayo, happy Father's Day to us. Thank you for all you do for us, and happy Father's Day at Wizkid Ayo. Now this is a conversation. So Wizkid and Grammy came out yesterday to make like a conversation, and now this is the Nigerian influence here. So this is the trend. Last week, if the Basi became like she got a record for the Guinness World Record, and then it was said that the comment section had like the biggest buzz they've ever had so far in the history of that account. So Nigerians have a lot of influence when it comes to social media, and then they use that influence properly to address a lot of situations. We saw where the Grammy came out to say Grammy Recording Academy has updated the Grammy Award rules and guidelines for the 2024 Grammys. As a matter of fact, they said, who is an up-and-coming black artist everyone should have on their radar? And they said Wizkid. And they kept Wizkid and Rema same category, called them upcoming artists that everyone should have on their radar. Now, this is a conversation. Calling Wizkid an upcoming artist is a big deal. Like, we don't see him as that here. Like, over in Africa, Wizkid is the biggest artist, one of the biggest we've had so far. So, calling him an upcoming artist is really too much of a conversation. And then the fact that you used the word black was a dual conversation. Why call him black when he gives you guys revenue? He gives you guys, it's in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then he's giving you guys revenue at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You guys get money from that space. All the white guys there make money from selling food and all of that. And then you guys say an upcoming artist, that he is. We saw where it actually came out to say the fear of Wizkid FC is the beginning of wisdom. Grammy took down this post, like I told you guys, as they referred to Wizkid as the biggest superstar in the world, Wizkid, as an upcoming artist after FC angrily stormed their comment section and started dragging them like I better pass my neighbor. So this is like I said, they called Wizkid an upcoming artist, and then we saw where these guys came out to drag the Grammys, which made them delete that particular tweet. And for us over the country, like I said, Wizkid is more of a big artist, an international artist, a superstar as it were. And then these guys come out to say, this guy's an upcoming artist. Nigerians didn't find it funny. FC didn't find it funny. And they dragged them seriously. And it was, to call a Grammy winner that kind of name was a bit subtle. And people said, no, we will not take it. And they dragged the hell out of them, which made the Grammy delete ASAP that conversation. Anyways, we have Wandeko as the last guy on the news. Wandeko came out to say, for him, he is the legendary cat. He had the love emoji and all of that. Black Diamond said he is the legendary cat. And Don Jazzy came out to comment on that post saying, you will be Caterpillar, Catalog, Catalyst, Catarudin. So he's saying, you're not just the cat, you are the Caterpillar, you are the Catalog, you are the Catalyst, and you also are the Catarudin. So he's saying, Wandeko, you are amazing. Basically, what it means that very cool, you're an amazing person and doing good for yourself. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one, and trust us, when we have further updates, we'll get it to you, of course, as soon as possible. We love you guys so much. Have fun at work.